Good morning, Z Nation. DailyXander number 128 coming at you. Just leaving the bank right now, depositing my rent check for the day, or for the month, I should say, for next month. Small square with it. Right now, I'm just going to head to the U.S. Post Office, get things done. It's a little overcast day, but still nice outside. Not going to rain or anything, so I'm enjoying the weather. And I'm focusing on narrowing and processing and making cognitive decisions based on what I want to be doing in the future. So, focusing on where my mental space is absorbing. So that's what I'm doing. And yeah, let's continue going. Affirmation for the day. I had one going into the bank, and then coming out, I lost that thought in time. So I'll come back to a new one. But I would say, for now, debt equals money, money equals debt. As far as how the whole grand scheme of system works to make profit, debt needs to be involved. You look at pretty much every single country in the world is in debt. And I'm not going to say any more on that. I'm just keeping it short right there. All right, I'm going to check in later. I know that was some pretty unfulfilled statements, but that's where my mind is right now. More to follow. Peace. All right, Z Nation, what is good? Back to DailyXander number 128. I feel like the thought process is going a bit smoother now at the moment. Just ate some food, got from Safeway. Stopped at Whole Foods to watch Dan Pena's most recent Castle seminar that he gave earlier this month, that he has snippet small clips of it for each day of the Castle seminar, going from the first arrival of mentees and the graduation speech on the last day, so it's about 6 or 7 days. I think it's 7 days, a week long. So there's small clips of the happenings during that time, and it's just interesting to see. The man definitely has a gajillion stories to tell, that is for sure. One of them, he made a reference to, I don't know where he did it with his wife, but he visited some area where he's able to watch lions. So I'm sure it was somewhere in Africa, not sure where. Not sure if it was a type of safari setting or whatever. I know he has a background of being a hunter, but I don't think he does any hunting anymore. I don't know how long that's been going on. But anyways, he got into talking about the male and the female lion, and how really the female lion pretty much does all of the work. The male, for the most part, just sits around, eats, and fornicates, while the female does the hunting and such. So it's just interesting to think in different societies, they're like animal world. In the lion society, the hierarchy, female, and he was telling about the story about the females went out to go hunting, and overnight they came back and they found their cubs missing. And I guess it was the male's duty to watch the cubs, and the male were sleeping, and because they were sleeping, I guess hyenas came into their camp and took and probably ate the cubs. So after telling that story, he made the comparison of, this is what you guys are going to do. I want to say, when I say you guys, I'm talking about, he was addressing his mentees on that and taking from the lions, whether that be the world representation and such. So just interesting thoughts there. Just got shocked about this railing. Checking out this bird right now. I'm not sure what it is, but it's a bird. I can tell you that right now. I'm just in Craners Park. If you haven't noticed at the moment, it's a lot of my daily filming does take place here while I am always walking. And right now I'm just going off to the post office as it closes in about 45 minutes. So while I'm walking there, just listening to podcasts, getting sun as the sun has come out. And after I get done at the post office, I'm going to go to the park and do a workout of some sorts. And yeah, pretty much my day, low key. Just kind of focusing, processing of my thoughts and where I want to go. And not spending too much money and such. Nice to always see somebody right now holding the plank, doing the thing, working out. Always good to see activeness. Always good. As you can see, holding that plank. Yeah, just finished up a podcast with Neil deGrasse Tyson, with Joe Rogan. He's been on Joe Rogan's podcast before many times. And I definitely admire somebody in Joe Rogan's current lifestyle who is continually surrounding himself around engaging and stimulating people, very passionate people. I'm sure it continually makes him it continually allows him to be a curious individual when he's constantly in discussions that are bringing up new ideas and new lines of logic, questioning, that just sends him down endless holes that will lead to a treasure knowledge of discoveries of the world and the whole process outside of the world of the universe. When you look at Neil deGrasse Tyson talking about the universe and space and a lot of different mini topics in that, like the orbital debris that is constantly going around Earth from over 60 plus years of space exploration and putting stuff up in our orbital system. I need to look it up online, but I know NASA has their own departmental orbital debris department. They have their own webpage, and I guess they actually have streaming footage of what is actually up there. And I'm sure there's a ton of different items, being such things so small as bolts, nails, certain tools, to actual chunks of debris coming off of spacecrafts or whatever it may be that was going into space. So that was just interesting to think about what is going up there. And that's just another aspect you would have to take into account when launching something into space. Besides just like, oh man, is there any meteors or anything like that coming up? No, also to go along with that is just the constant debris that is floating around our orbit. Or I shouldn't even say floating, it is floating. It's orbiting our Earth. That is yowzer stuff right there. Yeah, it is, once you kind of get in the mindset, the bigger picture, the macro level of this small point, this small space I'm taking up currently, and my steps are hitting right now, my shadow is covering right now, this small area. Hopefully my camera's focused right on my shadow. I'm pointing to my shadow right now. But yes, the small space I'm taking up right now, and then just keep zooming out on that lens, that magnifying glass, to the bigger picture outside of Earth, our 9 planets, and then beyond that. And it's quite a humbling thought process for me when I always do that. I feel like it's a constant battle too I go through whenever I'm just walking in different little environments throughout the area I live, to always remind myself of that, and then seeing how people interact with each other and just go about their daily lives, and they're responding to little mini nonchalant in the existence of time problems that really mean nothing, and just that mindset really helps me deal with any little small minute issues that come about. Minute. Never use that word on the DailyXander. Write that one down. So yeah, anyways, I'm gonna get back to it, make my way to the post office, the U.S. Post Office, which is only open from 9 to 1:30 on Saturdays, closed on Sundays, Monday through Wednesday, open from 9 to 6, which is not feasible for me to get to. That's why I gotta do it now, pick up some razors and shaving cream that I ordered from Dollar Shave Club, which is pretty good company for the small time that I've been using them. Actually, I shouldn't even say small. I've been using them for over a year now. But I've only done 3 or 4 maybe orders throughout that time because I don't really, my razors last a long time because it's not like I'm shaving my entire face. As you can tell, since the existence of these Daily Z's, I've had a beard this whole time. And I've had a beard. I've had this same beard, even though it's different hair follicles continually grow and get trimmed and stuff like that. I've had the same beard. I've had a beard, I should just say that. I've had a beard straight for the past, it's sort of been going into my 3rd year. Actually, I think 2nd year. After my 2nd year of commercial fishing, I want to say I kept my beard, and then going into my 3rd summer, I still had that beard. So, started commercial fishing summer of 2013. 2nd year would have been summer of 2014, so I probably grew it out then. So, I want to say as of May 2014. Although, I don't know. Maybe, yeah, pretty sure I had, yeah, definitely. So yeah, I would say May of 2014 I had a beard. So that's almost 3 years straight of having a beard. Huh. It's pretty gnarly to think. Alrighty, I'll leave it on that note. More to follow.